Make no mistake, President Biden's precipitous decision to withdraw from Afghanistan created that debacle. The events of this weekend mark an unmitigated disaster, not only for Afghanistan, but also for the U.S. and the free world. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. The future suddenly looks starkly grimmer. What is unfolding in Afghanistan will embolden our adversaries. It'll undergird the belief of Moscow, Beijing, and Tehran that the U.S. is a declining power without the will to resist their aggressive ambitions. This means a more dangerous world, where the chances of war from miscalculation are higher. Germany will be more tempted to appease Putin as he moves more aggressively against Ukraine and even NATO members such as Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. The NATO alliance has been the centerpiece of European security since World War II, and its shattering would leave Europe at dangerously loose ends in a way not seen since the 1930s. India will wonder if it should make an accommodation with China, as will other nations in Asia, which have been counting on Washington to help them resist Beijing's bullying. This will not bode well for our security and future prosperity, as China's strongman Xi Jinping dictates what economic relations will be permissible with the U.S. The possibility of a Chinese assault on Taiwan cannot be ruled out. Some will wrongly argue that Afghanistan is an isolated humiliation of no global strategic importance. But the country is part of a region that is a hothouse of terrorism. With no bases there or within hundreds of miles, we have no reliable on-ground intelligence of what these groups are plotting. That kind of ignorance led to 9/11. Our purpose in Afghanistan was to keep terrorists from gaining power and using the country as a base for attack. We were succeeding. Endless war? American forces haven't been actively engaged in combat on the ground there for years. We are providing air power and helping the Afghan Air Force. That kind of assistance enabled the government to keep the Taliban at bay and could have for the foreseeable future. The Afghan forces suffered 50,000 deaths since 2014, but always pushed back Taliban offensives. In recent weeks, though, we pulled the plug on the air power and the intelligence the Afghan army depended on. Everyone knew what that meant, a collapse of morale. We had no need to pull out. Moreover, the way we have done it has been murderously callous and incompetent. That's the shocker. The timing. We did it when the Taliban were in the field at full strength. Why didn't we wait until winter, when much of their forces are in Pakistan? Why didn't we evacuate those Afghans who worked with us, some 50,000, and diplomats and civilian contractors before withdrawing our troops? Now we have more soldiers there than we did a week ago to cope with the resulting human horror. Will Joe Biden recognize the awful folly of what he did against the advice of his own security advisors and military chiefs and take forceful remedial measures? We now know the tragic answer to that. I'm Steve Forbes. This is What's Ahead. Do send in your comments and suggestions, and I look forward to being with you soon again.